Red Edition, welcome. Happy day. The flood of American liberals sneaking across the border into Canada has intensified this past week. Ever since the election, Republicans, of course, won the Senate, and that has prompted an exodus among left-leaning citizens who fear that they will soon be required to hunt and pray and listen to people like me. Force feed, don't you know, son of a gun. Canadian border farmers now are saying, hey, it ain't uncommon to see dozens and dozens of professors and animal rights people and tree huggers coming across our border every hour. Here's a farmer, here's what he said, rather. I went out to milk the cows just the other day, and there was a Hollywood producer huddled in the barn. I went up to him and said, hey, what are you doing? And he says, can you spare a latte and some free-range chicken for me? And I said I didn't have it, and he went further north. Who would have thunk it? October, talking about liberals now, and October and Chicago. Oh, the commie guys in Chicago, of course, are always saying, let's have more gun control. There's more gun. It's really people control, gun control in Chicago than anywhere else in the free world. Maybe. I mean, it's unbelievable. But guess what? In October, they set a new record. This would be the bad guys. Good guys don't do bad things. In October, 307 people were shot and killed. 1,882 people were shot and wounded. Wow, that's over 2,000 shooting incidents by bad people in the city that has more gun control than anywhere else in the world, and that's Obama's place. That's where he's from. How about brain control, liberal control? Let's kind of have that. I think every good person in Chicago should get a gun quickly and look after themselves, because there's a lot of whacks running around out there, and guess what? They always get guns. In Alberta, Canada, ranchers in the Alberta foothills, that's close to Calgary, they feel really threatened, not only by grizzly bears that are eating and killing and eating. I guess you got to do that first. All of their cows, many of their cows and calves, but they're also threatened by their own government. They're not allowed to protect their lives. Back to Chicago, there's a bunch of whacks in Canada as well. These guys aren't allowed to carry a handgun on their person, and on their land they can carry a long gun, but as soon as they drive off the land and different things, all kinds of laws come into play, right? Firearm legal offenses, they should all have that for certain, but in any event, kind of back here, I'm digressing. What can be done about it? Well, you know what? Martin Luther King once said, he says, bad laws are meant to be broken. I'm not encouraging anybody to break the law, but maybe it's time, I don't know, kind of search your conscience, but should you carry a gun when there's bears in your backyard? Here's one couple that says we're just overrun with bears. Every time we walk outside, there's a bear in our yard, and we're not allowed to be armed with a handgun. Ho, ho, ho. The NDP leader, the commie guy in Canada, recently I spoke about this with guns after the incident in Ottawa. He said, I demand security, armed security for myself and my family. But by the way, I'm against anybody else being able to protect their family or their lives. His lawyer now has made this statement. We wrote a letter to the RCMP, and we are so disappointed that the RCMP didn't reply more quickly because we want guns. Okay? I think it's shameful that we didn't get the courtesy of a response to this letter. I think the average Canadian, if they received this letter, would have at least gotten something back right away. Absolutely not true. The RCMP don't care about anybody. It's a police state. So many people apply for permits. I know guys, politicians who have had their lives threatened in Canada, they've gone and applied for a concealed carry permit, and these guys know what they're doing with firearms, and they've been turned down. You get turned down if you want to carry a gun up in the wilderness because some RCMP bureaucrat says, just phone us, we'll come and measure the body. Somebody's got to fix this mess. But there's another mess. This is in the U.S. of A. in Minnesota. They're going to pass a law. Liberals. I don't even like liberals that much. But a male now, if you want to shower with a girl at school, that's okay. All you got to do is say, it's my right. I think I'm mixed up. I think I'm a girl. I think I'm a boy. Not sure. They're going to pass a law now that says, hey, if you feel trapped in your body, you're allowed to go into the washrooms of girls' restrooms, pick your verbiage, and do all these things, and have showers together. Whoa, are you okay with that? Liberals should all go to jail just because. Fast time. PASS-TIME is a new device that prevents a car from starting if the owner fails to make auto payments on time. This is kind of cool. The gadget, it attaches to the car, and it's designed primarily to go on the cars of people who buy them, who have terrible credit, and they don't pay their bills on time. And here, if you miss a payment, boom, 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 you're stuck. And they also have a GPS on there. They come and pick the car up. That's kind of cool. And I tell you the good news, it allows people to have a car, and you can reestablish your credit. But, you know, if you got a date on Saturday night and it happens to be October 2nd, kind of better pay your bill on October 1st. Y'all come back here tomorrow. We're going to have more for you from the right. See ya.